Hi guys, welcome to a new video, and this one is a little bit different one because I'm experimenting with formats for quite some time now, and I thought, what if I will keep you company for a bit while you're crafting or drawing or doing something you're busy doing, and while you're doing that, I'm just talking about some creativity and life updates and everything that don't usually fit in my multi-passion vlog series while I'm making cover page for September for my planner. I can't believe that it's already almost autumn. Time flying so fast. That shocks me every single time. But yeah, I hope you will enjoy this episode. If so, I would really appreciate a feedback in the comments down below. But for now, let's start. Grab a drink, make yourself comfortable, and let's get started. And yes, if you ask me, I'm still religiously using my planner all of the time. I'm tracking my sleep, my mood, and some other stuff I talked about in a separate video. I'm gonna leave it here or there. There is usually confusion in which side of the screen it is, but you know where to find it. And I've talked about it many times before, but I'm gonna repeat it one more time so there is no confusion. I'm not making my drawings originally. I just cannot draw, so usually I will find some inspiration on Pinterest, or in this case I generated an image with AI and transferring it on a paper. So I'm just gonna line this thing out for now and then color with my markers. It's not perfect, but it has some cozy vibes that I really enjoy right now. And by the way, I don't know how it's gonna look in edit, but when I thought about this format, I thought about my streaming on Twitch times, because during the pandemic, I felt very lonely. Again, as most of us did, I also talked about it, so I've started Twitch streaming, and it was not successful at all. First of all, nobody cares about some arts and crafts on Twitch. I don't know why. Even my favorite illustrators and artists just get barely like 60 viewers, which is not fair at all. And my content wasn't popular also, just by any means, even though I thought that miniatures is kind of original idea. And by absorbing your guys' reaction to my videos, I feel like you're mostly interested in miniatures as well. So I'm gonna keep it in mind creating future videos. For now, I feel like I'm somewhere in between of just figuring out what I like to do and what you would like to see as well. So it's like win-win situation, and something that I also can fit into my 9-to-5 life and just basically my adulthood. Yeah, it just needs more time, and I hope you will be patient with me. I still feel like it's a miracle that some people subscribe and came and just interested in the things that I'm making. So huge thank you for that. Also, I've been thinking that maybe it's time to start creating part 2 of my recreation of Hanna-Barbera Kobo diorama, because as soon as I uploaded the first part, I forgot about this project for how many? 3 months now. So I feel like in the next few weeks I will start working on that again. So the video should be up somewhere, I don't know, early November, I guess, because it takes so much time. And to be honest, I'm quite scared that the easy part is already behind, and that I will have to learn something that I'm not skilled for, because again, my miniature idol is not miniature idol for just existing. This person makes some remarkable stuff. And there is also one news that I wanted to announce for quite some time, but actually I filmed it a few times in different vlogs, but I cut it out and edited because it felt like it doesn't fit quite naturally. So I feel like today's video is just a perfect opportunity to finally do that, and that's gonna affect my channel, I feel like, from the end of this year and the beginning of the next year, because we're moving to a new place, and that place is gonna be complete blank. So we're gonna furniture it, we're gonna make some DIYs and renovation probably stuff. I'm terrified because all of my DIYs, they're like kid-like DIYs, like something that I don't have to learn the proper way to do. I feel like with miniatures, if something will goes wrong and something will crack, it doesn't matter. But when you're doing some paint renovation in your apartment, like on the walls, on the furniture, well, you don't want to ruin a thing, so you have to do it right. But I'm the person who likes to learn with my own mistakes, and it bugs me. How do I say it? It kicks my ass a lot of the time, but that's what makes life fun for me. So we're gonna try to find the compromise. At least I'm hoping that it will be an interesting content to watch. It doesn't mean that I'm becoming a Caroline Winkler suddenly. No, not at all. But because my life would have a lot of these projects, I would not have time for anything else. So yeah, be prepared. We're gonna have some apartment makeover projects. I feel like December, January, somewhere in this period of time. Also, I thought that in this episode it would be a little bit more convenient to make some miniature while I'm talking, but I couldn't find a project that I can make like in an hour or so and it will be still interesting to watch. So that's why we are making the cover page for September. But if you have any ideas for small kind of projects that you would like to see, I would happily film it in the same style, because to me it's kind of natural to sit and talk to you while I'm doing something. But it shouldn't be some, I don't know, project where you have to really dig into calculating and scaling and just too much thinking. More like, you know, something small and cute. By the way, what you've been guys up to? And do you have any plans for autumn or something? I actually don't, because I don't have any vacation plans. We're saving all of our money to the future moving. So that's why I'm almost punished with no vacation for quite some time. And it's been like that for a few years, actually. Last year, we also couldn't leave the country because it was too expensive. So we just visited a Kostroma where I filmed the vlog. And actually, after that, we went to the Kazan, which was very beautiful, but I did not ended up editing the vlog because Kostroma vlog didn't quite fit in the channel, and to me that is also always a struggle what I want to film, how it's supposed to be. Like the algorithms just don't quite understand what I'm doing, and I don't want mess up with people. So if it's miniature or multi-passionate life or traveling in Russia vlogs, like it's too much. So I'm trying to keep everything for now like craft and creatively driven, but who knows, it might change. At least inside this theme, I'm trying to experiment with formats, and as I said before, like trying to find something that I can fit into my life, because I realized that I'm setting up unbelievable goals for myself. Like to you, video once in 3 weeks seems like, well, easy peasy kind of a thing, but to me, the quality that I want to put up, it's almost impossible to fit in my life in this short amount of time. And it took me like a year to realize that I'm trying to push myself into the schedule that is not realistic. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to make maybe a little bit low effort videos but still interesting to watch, because I don't want to make videos that you guys don't care about. So again, I want some compromises that are still interesting to the both sides. So yeah. And with moving at the same time, I'm quite excited about the new place, because it's going to be significantly bigger, and there is going to be so much more space for some seasonal decorations and just, you know, storage in general. And I'm planning to have my little craft room. I don't know if it's gonna work the way I want it to work, but at least I'm planning to have the separate room, not just a piece of the kitchen at my rented apartment that I'm calling my crafting studio as right now. So yeah, I'm terrified, but at the same time excited. And this move was putting on me so much stress, because this apartment is actually our own apartment, my first apartment that I'm gonna own, but it's not like mine. We didn't bought it fully. We took a huge loan, like a mortgage, for the rest of my life. But there's also was some circumstances that could ruin the whole thing. I don't want to go too much into details, but it's been stressing me out so much for the past like half year. So for now, I'm glad that it's partly behind, but it's never like behind until maybe in a few years, because we have some contract conditions that allows us to have a smaller percentage for mortgage. But in order to have that, there's a certain things that has to be done, and well, we had some problems with that. Hopefully for now it works, it figured out, but it might also bite us. But it also might change, and I'm scared of that. So yeah, I don't feel safe for now about this apartment. So what I was talking about, so yeah, if you want to see the Kazan vlog as well, let me know and I will edit this. I would happily edit this actually, because lately I've been busy at my work, so because I have that footage, it's easier for me to just edit it rather than making the whole video from scratch. So yeah. Also, I've been working on my Stray game diorama. It's moving, finally moving somewhere, even though it was a struggle. But there's one phrase that always keeps me going, because one of my favorite illustrators, Beth B. Rad, who actually illustrated a lot of motion graphics for Anakana, the OG of YouTube. If you know, you know. So actually I got into Twitch because of her, because I was so it was so captivating how she'd been able to illustrate something and then animate it in After Effects. So I just binged watch her streams all of the time. And she said many times while she was drawing something, like, it looks so ugly. Like, please guys, don't judge for now, because it's ugly until it's not. And I keep this phrase in my head all of the time when I'm looking at some, usually miniatures, and thinking, if it's gonna go someplace nice, because for now it looks like I'm just wasting my materials. And eventually it will go somewhere where it's a decent piece. So it's just a part of the process. You have to remind yourself that not for everybody and not everything is supposed to look cute and beautiful just from the get-go. Sometimes it's just time needs adjusting, and yeah, it will get somewhere, because practice will get you there. I was not expecting having so much line work. I've been talking non-stop. By the way, what do you guys think about my recent video about the Moscow walk? It was the first time I took my new camera out for walk, and it's a little bit imperfect and shaky, but I kind of like that video. And it was the first time when I've tried to use some grain on top of the footage. I feel like it fitted in that type of a video, because usually when I'm making miniatures, like, noise on top of the color grading can make things dirty, because you want to look at the little tiny things and pieces rather than noise just messing up with you. But I was curious to know what you guys think. Have you even noticed that that was a noise right there? At the same time, I feel like I'm trying to package my videos right now in a calm, cozy way. And maybe sometimes it doesn't work, but that's what I chose. That's my conscious decision, because personally, I hate so much this cortisol. I'm gonna make the eyes black and then make the whites with some correction fluids. Because for now it's creepy until it's ugly, until it's not. So trust in the process. So yeah, because for now I'm just sick of this thumbnails and packaging of the videos that kind of makes your heartbeat higher and just, you know, makes you feel like you're missing on something. And I'm so sick of it. I want cozy videos with the real people, when they're just sitting talking about their lives, and to connect to people. Because although there is a lot of educational content on YouTube that I personally use a lot and I really appreciate, but at the same time there has been a lot of just generic AI flops with the real people talking, but you can see that it was not like their opinions, it's just some topic that was trending and they were trying to catch up with it. I definitely also try that. I'm not an innocent person, but for now, because I'm sick of that in online space, I don't want to add even more noise in that part of the internet. So, yeah. I'm trying to figure all this out for myself, but I know what I don't like. And I feel like you're guys also on the same page, because if you clicked, if you subscribed, if you watched this video, probably you feel the same. And I almost cannot see my pencil lining on a cat, so I'm afraid to make a mistake and make it as creepier as it can be, because for now, this cat just not living his best life. And originally that was supposed to be my cat. Well, I'm sorry, Albus. Life is life, what I can say. Again, it might sound a little bit weird and like I'm, again, biting my own ass because I'm redrawing an AI-generated picture, but there's a difference. I'm making it for myself. This is just a page in my notebook, and it's a different, you know? It doesn't mean that I have AI, even though a lot of people just hate it. I feel like people hate it because it's an era that we're just trying to figure out our limits and our relationship with it. And for now, some people overuse it. And I personally don't like the fake AI personality avatars. That really pisses me off. And I know it's a sensitive topic for a lot of people, so I don't want to ramble too much about it. I just feel like it's has a pros and cons, and it cannot take our jobs if we are real creatives, because AI still cannot do a lot of stuff that people can, and just making some generic stuff that saves time for the real creative work if we're gonna use it right. So yeah. And by the way, I used this little liner. I like them because they don't budge and smudge when I'm adding the markers, and I have a cheaper markers, so I don't want to stain them with some black pen or something. So yeah. And while we're having a little break, you also might be wondering, if you watched my planning video, why it's a different notebook. Well, actually it's because I completely finished that one. I liked it. I really liked it, but it's so small, and I'm still looking for some cool notebook in the same size with slightly beige pages that are not really thick, because that's what I like. They're supposed to be dotted? It's hard to pronounce that. And soft cover. That's my preferences. And this is the only one that I enjoyed, Lightroom 9017, but it's so expensive and I ran out of it so quickly. It like 5 months out of 12 in a year. I'm sorry, that's too expensive. So I bought this Brauberg kind of similar thing, but the quality of the paper is not as good. It's you wouldn't notice it with liners and pens, but when I work with markers, I can definitely see the bleeding and uneven separation of the colors. And now I know, and I'm gonna find some other options. By the way, this is my kit of markers. This is the cheapest kit I bought on AliExpress. And I'm showing you this just to tell you that you don't have to have an expensive, fancy markers to do what I do, at least for my purposes. So yeah, that is that. I'm gonna move this flower green thing right here because I want to put my markers. And I love this like setup of these folders and stuff so much. So recently I've made this thing, which is ridiculous, and I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not too much, but I had a little notebook for my sketches for miniature furniture, and I wanted to have something bigger and cuter, so I've made this. So here is my notebook. Here is for my Hanna-Barbera recreation project, and I glued in the graph paper inside, so I will have the more precise measurements. And I've added some stickers like I usually do in my journal, and it's so cute. I can't. There's a few ideas that I don't want to show you for now because it's a secret. It's a secret, it's a future projects that we might have, but yeah, it's so cute. I cannot wait to work on it, and this is for my Stray game diorama. Like little references I've printed out, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to use it in foreseeable future. Maybe I should open my swatch palette. So I can mess it up even using that, but at least I will get some decent idea of the colors I'm using. Again, it's not gonna be perfect by any means. It's just to set it up the mood, because I'm kind of already ready for this season. And I don't know about different countries of the world, but I feel like in Russia the last year was the prime era of Twilight, going back to our lives. I've heard the joke that like millennials really brought it back because everybody cringed about it, and now we're grown-ups and we're like, no, it was just fun and cute, and we also can cringe about it, but it still was an era. So yeah, I feel like it's fine. I wanted to rewatch the whole series with my friends last year, like with a popcorn and with costumes and like making a thing, but it didn't happen. So maybe this year it would be a fun gathering with the friends. Even though I don't think that I can like survive all the parts all together like a marathon, but the first part is must to watch this autumn, and yeah, I'm gonna do it for sure. So actually to color this specific thing is so much harder, again because it was generated with AI, so the colors are not exactly spread out evenly, so I'm just guessing and playing with it. Looking at the reference photo just now. Okay, and the scarf also can be colored like this. Also, another goal of mine for this autumn is to take care of my health a little bit better. Mostly like my choosing of meals. I've been pretty good for the past maybe month or 3 weeks or so, and I hope it will get better even more. Because to be honest, I ate a lot of junk, and I justified it that I don't have no time to take care of myself, but it's all just excuses. We all do have time, we just have to prioritize the things that matters to us. So yeah, that's what I was trying to do for the past few weeks, and hopefully we'll do further down the lane of this autumn. And I love oranges so much, like orange colors. Ooh, it's so nice. When I was young, I never understood why do people love autumn, because I was born and raised in Murmansk, as you probably know. It's a small Russian city in the north of Russia, and other than winter, we don't have normal seasons. Like in the winter, there is like a ton of snow and everything is bright, even though it's a polar night, but there is a lot of city illumination and stuff. So it's really pretty. But the spring and autumn is just mushy, meshy, something out of the dirt and snow and everything in between. And we have a terrible policy about the people who have dogs, so dogs poop everywhere, and when the spring comes, everything just, it's a cozy Oatshire place, so I don't want to talk about it, but it's very messy. So if you ever will have an idea to come to Murmansk, please visit in winter. Anyways, when I moved to Moscow, everything has changed, because Moscow has a beautiful autumn for the most part, and it's long enough to enjoy it with the beautiful leaves and just, the city is clean and modern and beautiful, and has a lot of parks when you can just walk and enjoy. It's just beautiful. It just is, because in Murmansk, autumn lasts like 2 weeks. Like we had a tradition with my friend to have the autumn photo shoots every autumn. And in like 5 years that we had this tradition, there was only one time when we had the perfect autumn, and we actually like grabbed it, captured it with our cameras. It was warm, it was beautiful, and all the greenery became orangery and brownery, and yeah, it was cute. But other than that, it's just a dirt and mess, so do not recommend. And now I'm actually looking forward to the autumn. I know a lot of people enjoy the spooky season. I don't. I know why people might like the spooky things, but I'm so easily scared of everything, and I'm so emotionally unstable in this kind of way. So I do not watch horror movies or like any type of psychological scary things, because it stays with me and follows me for a month. I'm not even kidding you, like for a month. And yeah, I'm just not built for that. But I can enjoy the coziness and calmness and just, grounding in a way, because after like the bright summer, it's the time when you just getting yourself ready for the winter. And what I like about this season is that it's kind of the beginning of the festive seasons when you're decorating your home. At first everything could be orange and bright and beautiful, and then the New Year's comes and there's, I don't know, bright greens and reds. Yeah, really like that. Anyways, I've been talking so much that I cannot make any decisions about the coloring, because when I was making the line art, it was already pre-lined up with my pencil, and there is not the same with colors. So I will make a quiet pause and hope you will enjoy a little edit of me coloring it while I'm making all the decisions. So it's almost done, and there's one thing that I have to decide, is that which color is her sweater is going to be. And originally everything was orange and it looked cute, but I feel like there is this book that's standing out, and I'm gonna overdraw it with another type of a green, just to tone it down a little. Well, maybe if you can see, it's gonna be a little bit darker, because again, this paper is not good with layering the markers, but it's still better than the color that is not in the same palette with others. And I'm thinking that maybe I would make her sweater like burgundy red, something like this. Or maybe this bright red, but then it's kind of Christmassy. But not orange, that for sure, because she's surrounded with orange and yellow, so I don't know. But at the same time, this dark colors, wine colors, is not something I like. I like this more bright colors. Maybe we should go all in with the bright red, like 34. We haven't used it. Let's try it out on this heart. Yeah, it's cute. Let's go with it. If it's gonna look bad, well, who cares? It's just a painting. Not even a painting, it's just drawing for September. Okay. Whoop. Let's fill with the color her sleeve. It's not bad. I wish I would have other, like, more bright kind of orange colors, and that would fit in better. But red is also okay. It's standing out. And she is the main figure of the drawing, so it does make sense, right? And it's not looking bad, like it's not belong here, so yeah. It's cute. It's cute, I like it. Oop, there's a few dots that we can fill in also with color, like so. Maybe some of the sparkles better being yellow. Yeah. And that is that. I feel like my very non-professional drawing is finished. Supposed to be a shadow right here under her arm. I don't know. I don't know. But it looks cute. Look cute, right? And the last thing that we have to do is to add another divider. As you can see, I've had the dividers for each month on this notebook and on the previous one, and it's the same brand, I believe. I bought it on AliExpress and I love them so much. I don't know why. Maybe it's because this gold embossing on the divider itself, but yeah. What is the month? We need to find a September. The only thing I don't like is that in 2025 they had this beautiful cute palette, very warm and nice. And for 2026 it's blue and red and beige. Not my favorite combo, but I'm going with it. So let's do this. It's kind of a tricky thing, so I'm very nervous every single time, so I'm gonna shut up for a second and align this baby up. So there is my technique, to place it right here and then whoop, press in the page and then doing this business. Yes, perfection. So yeah, I think it's cute. I like it. I just need to add my usual monthly trackers on the further pages, and I'm fully ready for September. Hope you do too. And also, if you watched until now, I want to thank you for keeping me company. And while I was trying to keep in company for you, and I realized that in previous videos I said this phrase wrong, and nobody corrected me. It's actually not keeping a company, it's just keeping company. So yeah, sorry about my not perfect English, but again, it's not my first language. I've learned it just by watching tons of videos on YouTube, and that is that. Anyways, I want to thank you for being here today, and until next time, stay cozy, curious, and crafty. Bye bye! Tschüssi!